Leaders in Albany, including Governor Kathy Hochul, are considering an update to New York's involuntary commitment law. This determines when police and other first responders intervene during mental health emergencies and admit an individual to psychiatric care. Ryan Hermanat talked with mental health and homeless advocates today from around here who have many concerns with this proposal, and they're calling for alternative solutions.
The discussion of involuntary commitment and how it would impact people in the Rochester community who are homeless has been ongoing and remains quite complex. With two laws addressing this concern in two drastically different ways, advocates for the homeless community here in Rochester are hoping to work with lawmakers on a unified solution.
You know, as somebody in a mental health crisis is still a human being. They're not trash.
Local advocates for the homeless are responding today to Governor Hochul's proposal to update the state's involuntary commitment law. In her State of the State address on Tuesday, Hochul said she aims to expand this law to allow intervention for folks who may lack basic necessities, including food, shelter, and medical care. This would encompass much of the homeless population in Rochester. Advocates like Amy D'Amico and Oscar Brewer say there's better steps to take when addressing this concern.
The question is, why can't we all focus on the solution, which is housing? The answer to homelessness is housing.
But we have to increase not just the housing, but our mental health response. And instead of forcing people to go into any treatment, let's find adequate resources to help them so you don't have to resort, use that as a last resort. Here's what I'm saying pretty much.
This ideology could be categorized under the other proposed law, Daniel's Law. These outreach advocates are in support of it passing, as it would allow them to respond to mental health emergencies and intervene with folks in the moment. They say Hochul's push for stronger involuntary commitment would not be effective.
I think she wants to hide the problem. I think she visually doesn't like the look of people outside who she doesn't think should be outside.
The governor views it differently.
Now, critics will say this criminalizes poverty or homelessness. I say that is flat out wrong. This is about having the humanity and the compassion to help people incapable of helping themselves.
Being involuntarily committed is the opposite of a humane response.
Both D'Amico and Brewer added that they're continuing to work with folks in the community who may lack these vital resources. Alongside Rochester's Grants Pass Resistance, they currently provide food, clothing, and other necessities to people who are homeless. Both of the proposals that we mentioned are still being discussed by lawmakers and may seek revision in the future. For now, reporting in Rochester, Ryan Hermanat, News 8.